Morning. Hope everyone's doing fantastic as we approach this holiday season. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, and this is for those of you who maybe have that happy hiker, bodacious backpacker, or crafty camper on their Christmas list, but maybe aren't quite sure what to get them. But don't worry, Maestro's got your back, and I'm going to give you 12 gift ideas that are sure to make your outdoorsman very happy come Christmas morning. Little caveat though, I'm going to stay away from some of the bigger ticket items like tents and backpacks and clothing because that can be pretty personal. And also, if you happen to have an aspiring thru hiker on your list, my best recommendation is maybe ask them what they need, because in all likelihood they're going to have their gear very dialed in and anything they need is going to be very specific. But for everyone else, let's jump into it. Welcome to my Hikification. So I'm dragging a little bit this morning. I think I need some caffeine, which means we're going to start with a coffee montage. Much better. Okay, let's start with the first item that should be on every hiker's wish list, and that is socks. But not just any socks, darn tough socks. They come in a variety of different colors, lengths, different cushioning. Not the cheapest socks in the world, but I swear by them, and they have a lifetime warranty, so if they ever do get a hole in them, they'll replace them for free. While on the subject of socks, if you have a hiker that maybe hikes a little bit in more inclement weather, I swear by the Gore-Tex waterproof socks. In these cases, this is the Seal Skinz. They're going to be a little bit pricey. They're going to be around the $60 to $80 depending on the brand you get. But especially if you find yourself plodding through snow or puddles and you still want to adorn your trail runners, this is a great option to keep your feet dry. Warning, if you do happen to get soak them through, they do take a while to dry, so if you're doing a through hike, it may not be the best thing. Second item for consideration, if you find yourself up north, where you're maybe more prone to a little bit of snow, you still want to hike in the winter season, a good pair of snowshoes goes a long way. This one is the MSR Revo Explorers. Slip right over your hiking boots and makes trudging through those snowbanks a lot easier. So allows you to take your hiking year round. In a similar vein, if you do find yourself on trails, maybe not snowy but more icy, I do recommend the Yak Trax. These ones are pretty well used. They just slip right over your trail runners, but they do give you the ability to hike when the trail is a little bit icy and not land on your butt. Number 3. For those that like to listen to music, maybe audiobooks while you're hiking, or if you're camping overnight and you like a little bit of distraction in the evening, a good set of earphones goes a long way. And absolutely, you can just use the earphones that come with your phone or your device, or buy a pair of earbuds. They work really well as well. But I do prefer the over-ear earphones. In this case, these are the Beats Solo 3s. Great for listening to music, great for listening to podcasts, and drowns out some of that environmental noise, unless that's what you're looking for. So not everybody's cup of tea. Again, more for a day hike, short hike, nothing you would take on a longer distance hike. But if you do enjoy listening to music while you hike, this would be a good option. The fourth recommendation is a smartwatch. Whether it's a Fitbit, where you're tracking your steps, or a little bit more option-oriented smartwatch where you can have the GPS and you can track your miles and you can track your course. They do aid that hiking experience. In my case, I use the Garmin Fenix 5. I like to use it both to track the miles as well as my pace, but the routes that I take, and then I can look back. It's got a great app that hooks to the phone, and I can kind of keep tabs on what I've endeavored to accomplish over the course of a week or a month, etc. One thing that should be included in every hiker's stocking is a buff. You can never have too many buffs, and in my opinion, the buff is probably one of the most useful items a hiker can have. Comes in different colors, different materials, some for a little bit more warmth in the winter season, but the buff is probably one of the most versatile items in any backpack. And I'll probably do a separate video at a later time on all the goodness that is the buff. Next item is for those budding photographers and videographers that maybe don't want to carry the weight of a camera with them when they're on the trail, but still want to take that photography or videos to that next level, whether that's YouTube videos or Instagram stories. And one thing that will help you do that is the moment lens. It gives you, in this particular case, the wide lens, a wider view of that landscape. Really give you that kind of all-encompassing view, and if you're vlogging, it gives you a little bit more background in addition to just your face. So I love the moment lens. I speak very highly of it. Not the cheapest thing out there. The combo of the lens and the case probably going to run you upwards of $200, but like all good glass, you kind of get what you pay for. One thing every hiker can never have too many of, that is stuffed sacks and dry bags. I have a wide collection of sizes and shapes. Most of these are from Z-Packs, and so they give you that dynamic composite material. Makes it very lightweight, but it doesn't have to be Z-Packs. Especially if you, though, are a left-brain, organized person like me, when you're backpacking, stuffed sacks go a long way in kind of keeping things in the right order. Number 8 are sun sleeves. They run about $30. In this case, they come from Mountain Equipment Co-op, and they're like a compression sleeve that you put over your arms. So for those that prefer to wear short sleeves versus kind of a long sleeve shirt that rolls up, what you find mostly when you're hiking is more often than not you're under coverage of trees and foliage, etc. So you're not exposed to the direct sun. But every now and again, when you're hiking, you come out to a more open area and the sun beats down. And if you're like me and you're a little bit more fair-skinned, you're more predisposed to burn. And so I do prefer to be covered up. These sun sleeves are great for that purpose. When you come out to that open area, you just slide them on, you have that sun protection, and then when you're back under the canopy, you can take them off and be cool. They are also a compression sleeve, so if you are more sports inclined and do some of those activities, you can use them for that as well. A lot of people will use them on the golf course in this example. The next item I want to talk about is something you can never have too many of, and that is knives. Any outdoor enthusiast probably already has a very wide collection of knives. One more never goes awry. In this case, I recommend the Essee Izula knife. This is just a 2.5-inch blade, full tang. Does pretty much anything you need a knife for while you're out there hiking. Next, for the campers among us, a titanium pot. This case is the Toaks 750mm with handles. You can never have too many titanium pots. So if you do have a camper on your list, I guarantee they will appreciate this. Different volumes, different shapes, different purposes. Now, titanium doesn't run cheap. Take a look at Vargo. They have some incredible titanium pots and accessories available. And on my wish list is the Vargo bot. We'll see if Santa actually brings that, if I've been good this year or not. Next item, something a little bit different. Depending on where you live and what trails are around you, different organizations will publish books about the trail. In this case, The Bruce Trail is a very local trail to me. It's about an 800-kilometer trail. And they published a book specific to that. It goes through the maps, the wildlife, what can you expect, a lot of good resource. I personally love collecting these for the trails that I've done and the trails that I frequent. Good reference material. So take a look at your local outdoor store or bookstore. They will likely have a section for reading material. Pick up something that your local hiker will appreciate. And the very last recommendation, this one is free. And that is a subscription to Hikification. Yes, click that subscribe button and you will be the recipient of ongoing content through the course of 2019. I am, however, also interested in what you would recommend for Under the Tree, or maybe have received in the past that you think every outdoorsman really should have. If so, please feel free to put them in the comments and share with our little community here. Till next time, hike on.